Welcome back to the second half of Mostly Laughter, Some Slaughter, Food Inspectors!
Sure. Because Jason has weird ideas, and you guys make it weirder. Unfortunately, Food Inspectors has made Jason hungry. So, when we left our intrepid crew, you were marching into the kitchen with a mission.
But I have a burning question.
Yes.
Did that last bite pass muster?
I have no muster on it, so no.
Okay.
We just need to catch up.
I take that way too literally. No, there is no mustard.
It does not pass mustard.
It is mustardless. Where is... I put all that? Ah, there it is. Boop, boop. So yes, you are on your way to the back. Jason's trying to get the picture ready to go because it did not like it. We will save it as a different file format, and that should hopefully make...
Okay, my big question is, are we doing it quickly, or are we doing like a Tarantino slow walk?
Well, Tarantino slow walk, for sure. For sure. I mean, like, it's not a Tarantino
Except that
slow
we're
walk.
not cool. So maybe we just run in. I don't know.
No. What happened is we think we're doing a Tarantino slow walk, but for some reason there's disco music going off.
That's still Tarantino. Disco music and Tarantino, those things don't go together. Nothing in the world goes together.
Okay, then we'll go for Blue Danube.
Better. And Bitmap apparently does not like that either. What is going on? All right, so we will have to ignore the kitchen one for now because apparently it doesn't like either the kitchen. Awesome kitchen pick.
Okay.
There's
which one did you want to show?
I was going to use the clean kitchen for sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure why. It is in JPEG, and it's like, I don't like the JPEG. I'm like, okay.
That is really weird that it doesn't, but...
Strange. Very strange.
But I can force it to show up to some degree.
Save as...
Yeah, you can open up a window and put it over.
I can't center it nicely or have the
Hang on.
the roll thing on at the same time. But I can always, throw up the image.
We'll try one last try here. Okay.
Everybody else in TV land, use your imagination.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why? No imaginations.
It's a role-playing game. We'll use the theater of the mind.
Or is our case, drunken theater of the mind?
I'm getting sober now.
What, it was the flying car, man?
That wasn't me. That is, aha. Guess what worked? A ping worked. Yay, PNGs. PNGs. It's a little, it's a, that's not too bad. Okay, let me put everybody where you are going.
Okay.
Boom. Aha.
Aha.
Yes, thank you. So as you go to the back, pushing your way past the maitre d', who is now like panicking, and everyone else is looking at you, and like an old lady gets up and goes, I don't want to eat here anymore. And you kind of see on her plate, plate, let's say platter, this big giant egg opened up, right?
Uh-oh.
And it's kind of like, I wouldn't say raw on the inside, but it's definitely not fully cooked. It's steaming, but it's kind of liquid. And you go to the back, expecting to see something on fire, and you see this. And there's cooks. And there's cooks walking around doing their thing.
I would say, where's the fire? But clearly, there has not been one. What is this?
You see
what nefarious nonsense are you people up to?
I'm guessing it's involving that round egg that is raw. The most violent of crimes in the Thugonomics Dictionary.
Yes, it is. Very much so.
They have wronged the inner nature of the universe.
I would think that that would be real or even the oh, I'm blanking
Foie gras.
the foie gras, but
Varies by denomination.
yeah, yes.
So you do see, well, we're still in investigation mode, so somebody.
Hey, Chris, I almost thought you were gonna say just that back when I was a ninja, I had to hunt some dinosaur eggs, and I was traumatized.
I'm trying not to link these two campaigns, but somehow it's happening.
All our campaigns end up becoming this weird amorphous blob. So yes, the same voice actors, just cause.
Well, we're trying to get Glenn in all the campaigns, so Glenn is me, right?
Yes, the conspiracy is that at their root, all role-playing games are cooking shows.
Well, yeah.
I think with that, I think Brad's character can definitely. They don't really have one for this, but I think using your conspiracy nut for this one, food conspiracies for your talent. I think definitely going with I think academics would be okay with this. You can do an academics roll for me, please.
Okay.
Since we're still kind of in we're kind of getting back into repeating an investigation phase because something weird has happened here.
So yes, I shall investigate.
That is a good success, a very good success. So before you describe what you have, how your good success is going to go. I think you would notice that a busboy looks like he wants to approach you, but the guy who's obviously the head chef gives the busboy this kind of like sideways glance, says nothing, and the busboy just keeps on walking. So with that information in hand, what would you like to do with your good success? Your awesome success, I should say.
Okay. So I think I'm going to pull out like an oversized magnifying glass and like go over some of the sort of like random pots and pans, and if I can examine one of the round eggs, I will. But I'll like in the process of this, like kind of brush by Mito and very covertly like whisper, "Get the manager." Go do your thing with the manager.
Go do your thing.
Go do your thing. And as soon as he's engaged, I'll go talk to the busboy.
Because busboys are an endless source of knowledge.
Don't diss the fucking busboys.
And when I do, I'll try and like get him like around the corner from the manager so that he.
Yeah. So as you're kind of like making your way through the kitchen, I'm kind of guessing almost like in a stealthy manner, just kind of looking at things. You notice that
conspicuous manner.
Or conspicuous manner. Like the head chef like keeps on shooing you, like, go! What are you doing in my kitchen? What are you going to do in my kitchen? As he kind of shoos you out of the kitchen, you kind of like spying at the pots and pans. You start to notice that clearly they had been preparing eggs at some point at the night. That there is possible maybe signs of a fire, but it was quickly cleaned up, and there has not been eggs cooked here for at least an hour, maybe two. And you can go chase down the busboy, and we'll go to the next person before we get back to you.
Sure.
So, Mito. To Mito, you have your friend Edward go past you and it's kind of like to like the manager and the head chef. Let's say head chef for now. Okay. So how would you like to approach a head chef as he's like basically chasing Edward out with like, I wouldn't say a meat cleaver, but definitely with a spoon. With a spoon.
With a giant wooden spoon.
With a giant wooden spoon.
I walk up to him and I go, listen, what was he working on before he confronted Brad?
Well, the head chef at this particular joint isn't really working on anything, it seems. He is managing the rest of the cooks. There's like 3 or 4 cooks, so let's say supervising chef. He's definitely kind of the person who's doing your typical like tasting the soup, looking at the foie gras, looking at ingredients, but he's not really cooking anything. He's managing everybody.
All right, I'm going to grab a piece of foie gras or like a meat that looks like it's bad and looks like it's like not 100% great, and I grab it with my hands. I'm like, I look at it and go, you, how dare you call yourself a chef in this meat? And I walk up straight to his face. I wouldn't feed this to my dog, and I rub it in his face.
Okay. I am counting athletics as intimidation, so athletics plus angry, 6 dice, please.
Right.
Volatile, yes. Absolutely, 100% volatile, all the time, every time. That's a lot of dice, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm definitely seeing I could have probably set the number of required dice a little bit higher.
I get to.
That's awesome.
Mind you, we gotten stupidly lucky on the show.
I think I definitely should have went with what they said, whereas in this 5 higher, I should have definitely went double. I didn't realize it would actually be such a difference. I'll know better next time.
Yeah,
So,
add another 5 to it. It'll be interesting.
so yeah, that's true too. So he's like,
Or just make it part 1.
you're like, it's like rubbing face, and all the other chefs are like, he's like, what? No, wait. What do you mean? It's not bad. Nothing is bad about kitchen. Nothing has been bad since an hour ago. And he like just drops the big hint. Something went badly wrong an hour ago. And he's like, and he kind of stops himself. Oh, Zeus, you are an evil woman. And with that, we'll go with Chris.
My goal is clear. My conscience is pure. I must save the eggs from this restaurant.
Okay. So, let's be very clear. There may or may not be eggs. What would you like to check? There is a big, giant fridge.
I will check the refrigerator, and if I find the specific eggs, I must rescue them and bring them to freedom using my veganomics ways.
The fridge is super, super heavy. You will need to make an athletics check to get into the fridge.
Okay. That
Is this
fair.
a walk-in fridge?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a walk-in fridge, so when you walk up to the fridge, it's like, listen, it's the wrong tone. The tone you got with me is wrong.
That's
No.
awesome.
Okay.
No, it's fair.
I'm going to need another drink.
We'd like to apologize to all the fridges in the audience.
So did you do your athletics roll, Chris? I didn't see it.
No, I haven't yet. I will roll that now because...
Yeah, that wasn't even intended as a joke. Like I was actually asking whether it is like just a big fridge or a walk-in fridge.
It is a walk-on fridge, yes.
Okay.
It's a walk-on fridge, yes. It's a cameo.
It's just a door open to the outside where it's bringing my ass going inside.
I will be...
To be
I'll tell you
clear
what.
to all the Americans living in warm regions, we do have health regulations in Canada where storing your fridge as a restaurant facility outside in winter is still against the law, even though it's colder than the fridge in your goddamn restaurant.
Anyway,
I want to use my smell the souls of the undying of the things that you yet to be born.
Smelling the souls is perfectly legit as long as you describe the fact that you are literally smelling the fridge as you walk up to it.
I am smelling the fridge as I walk up to it. They must be here somewhere. And they are.
Oh, that is a 6.
Yes.
That was a kind of a nice wide spread right there.
Well, that's because I had trouble with the door handle, let's be honest.
Rando.
Pop.
So,
Ah!
I think we can definitely continue on with this. I'll set a higher dice next time. So, what I'm going to do is, as you walk in, there are no eggs, but there's clearly places on the shelf for really big eggs.
These are not natural eggs that are used in this situation here.
You see a tag, and you can collect the tag stealthily, but the tag currently is in Latin, so you'll have to take it back and study it later.
I will procure the Latin tag.
Okay.
In its natural language. Ade, quade, wide.
So,
It is the new Latin.
we will move back to Brad. Brad, you chase down the poor busboy. Now,
Yes.
we're at the point where you actually have enough franchise dice. So, I don't want to end it because it's way too early to end. But I definitely kind of want to there will be a fucking chapter 2 we will do tonight because I now have an idea what's going on.
Okay.
So, you chase down the busboy. And you kind of chase him down in like a little nook, like where they go and take breaks and stuff. And he's like, "Who are you? I saw you in the kitchen. Why are you here? No one's allowed in the kitchen."
I am Edward Boulet, the food inspector. And I know that a vile act that transcends all all restaurant management ethics has transpired here tonight. You will tell me of it, and perhaps you will be absolved, where the others shall meet an appropriate punishment.
And he's like, "I don't know." He kind of looks up to the corner. You can see there's like security cameras and stuff everywhere now that you notice. And he's like, "I don't." He pulls out something from, like, you have the menu racks where they keep all the menus. He pulls something from the very back of the menu rack and pulls it out very carefully, hiding it from the cameras. And he quickly writes something on a piece of paper, folds it around it, and stuffs it in your pocket. And he kind of like motions you like, you need to get out now, like out of the restaurant now. And he just kind of leaves you there and runs off. Would you like to open the note right now?
No, I will. I'll just go to the bathroom and read it because I don't want to actually leave the building.
Okay.
But I want to go somewhere where there are, unless I see cameras in the bathroom, in which case I'll. Well, that's something else.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Well, I would say you make your way there, and that's kind of getting things that are going here. So the note basically says, you need to get out now. They're coming. You have no authority here. And the menu is a secret menu, but it is in Latin. And there's clearly a picture of the big giant egg with three or four different types of meals that it goes with, but it's all in Latin, and it's clearly not the regular menu.
Okay. I will take out my phone and take pictures of the whole thing.
Very nice. So we will rotate back to Leo, and the poor head cook is now like screaming for you to get out, and there's now people gathering Like now you notice there's security coming in. Security all dressed as waiters, but not quite the same as the rest of the waiters. They have security waiter uniforms, okay? Imagine police officers as waiters. I don't have no idea how to describe that, but
Simple. They have bow ties, white jackets, and little black caps that say, security.
I see.
Yes, the little caps that say table police
Table police.
or table security.
Table security.
And they're like, you must leave now. You have no authority here.
And on the back it says, no sparks allowed.
I go, listen, I am a food inspector. I have the greatest authority. Let me show you
Uh-oh.
my authority. And I spot like a side of like beef steak or something like that, and I slap it on the grill like shh, and I do that whole like that one guy with the salt and go like this, like with the elbow, and I sprinkle the salt on it and I slap the meat and I'm like yes. I'm like, yes, I would cook meat.
Oh my god. Yeah, we'll just let that go as a perfect go. You guys have reached your franchise dice somehow. We're just cleaning things up right now. So, and they're all in awe of your awesome skills. Like just how awesome you are. And the head chef was like, that is good, but it does not matter. For this restaurant is not in your district. He pulls out this thing going, aha, this is not part of Canada. And you start to hear like sirens from outside and stuff. We'll go back to Chris.
I have gotten my piece of Latin. And the eggs have been mysteriously transported to another restaurant, even though it's against proper food regulations.
So you walk out of the refrigerator, seeing this going on with Mito. She's now like surrounded by like the Mr. Smith from The Matrix, but in waiter uniforms.
Simple. I'm going to use my contacts to say, hey, can you be a distraction, George?
Be a distraction, or would you like some information? So I think let's go with this. So yes. They kind of round you guys up, take you outside. And it's explained to you that this district that you're in is technically not part of Canada City. It is basically like, it's basically a, what would be the word for it? When you have a country who has their own little thing.
Embassy.
Consulate.
It is an embassy zone. Thank you, Leo.
What is this, Toronto City inside Greater Canada Land?
No, it is for a secret country from across the seas. Name me a fake country, doesn't matter.
Pennsylvania.
Yes, thank you, Pennsylvania. But it's a secret Pennsylvania country, and they tell you that you have no authority here. But
Nice.
there's still a mystery afoot. So they escort you off until you should go home.
It is, as I thought, the Gastro Illuminati are clearly involved.
They could definitely be involved now. So, let's get back to the franchise. And at this point, no one has taken any stress, despite the fact of me handing out stress. We now have, during vacation time, we're going to keep vacation time as short as possible, because I kind of want to get into part 2 before the end of the night. We should be able to do part 2 like in an hour, half hour kind of thing. Okay. So, we now have 20 franchise dice you can spend.
Oh my.
Wow.
Now, keep in mind, the bank doesn't really have an upper limit, but I will set an upper limit of kind of like 6 or so from the franchise themselves. And again, 2 for 1, you can increase your stats up to a maximum of 6 or add talents and stuff like that. That's not really how the franchise is supposed to work, but we will kind of work it that way, I think.
All right, so I would like to do my confessional.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna be like, man, that was. Sometimes things don't go your way. Things like this happen. We didn't know we were stepping on the embassy's foot, but we gotta cross our T's, dot our I's. But I know who's gonna take care of this, and that is Roulette. If Roulette is on the case, he's gonna beat him up. He's gonna take him down. Because long ago, Roulette crushed the Illuminati's pancake Oscar extravaganza that happened in 1989 that allowed a certain individual to win the Oscars that shouldn't have. He found that information out. He is determined and a great investor. So I'm going to go investigator under Brad as a talent.
Ooh, there's a good one.
Thank you.
They're very nice. Good. That is what the confessionals are for. You can change scenes, or better yet, I think the best use of them is definitely add talents to your fellow players. Absolutely. Very nice. So we'll spend franchise dice, and then we'll get into investigation phase 2 as we try to figure out what the Latin menu is.
I have found a menu.
Well, no, Brad found the menu.
I found this tag.
You found the Latin tag. But we will spend franchise dice first. So we will start off with Chris first. Chris, we have 20 franchise dice to spend.
Let's make it interesting. Just because I think it'll be funny as hell.
And I should double check how this works, maybe. Maybe.
I'm saying
I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Fucking hell.
Okay, here's my thoughts, if it's
Yes.
okay with you guys. We are in a situation where we're in somebody else's restaurant. I'm going to jack up the credit by 2 dice, and you said a max of 6, because we stole their corporate credit card before we left.
Mm-hmm.
Just to make things interesting.
Okay, hang on. I just want to make sure I'm getting this whole franchise thing right. Because I'm not sure if I am. I'll apologize. Game mechanics loading. Earn franchise dice. Okay. Cards and bank. So where would you like to spend it? Sorry, Chris. That's my bad for not being ready.
I'm going to spend it on credit since we don't want to touch bank because that'll make things more complicated. I will
Remember,
take yeah.
So 2 into credit up to a maximum of 6. And again, I'm not sure if the maximum is 6. It just sounds like a good
Sounds
match
good to me.
So that's going to leave lots of franchise dice left over. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to use any of those to increase your own stats at a 2-for-1 ratio?
Yes. I will take 4 dice and give myself a technology of 3 so we have somebody who could actually use the damn thing.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna bump up on
Thank you. I do appreciate that. That is a good one. We will move to Brad then. Brad, how would you like to spend a franchise dice?
Okay. So, given that we have more credit, I will go out trying to find that lost Heli-van book, and in the process pick up a bunch of other books that are key to my investigations. So I'll bump library back up to 6.
Cool.
And I'm also going to I guess I'm gonna bump up my academics one, and okay, and technology one as well.
So total of 4 as well.
So total of 6 spent.
Okay.
2
2 for 1
up,
ratio.
Yeah. So
Okay.
bumping bumping up library by 2.
Okay.
That's 2 points, and then I'm spending 4
Okay.
points on myself to bumping up 2 stats by 1.
Okay. Leo, you have a total of 8 points left to play with.
Yeah, I'll take them all. No, I'm gonna bump up Jim too.
Okay.
Because I think so. Everything's at 6.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bump. I was a little upset that I didn't know what I need to do, so I'm gonna read some more on technology. So I'll bump that up by 1, so it's gonna be a 2.
Okay.
And I'm going to increase my contacts to 3.
So how many points did you spend on that? Another 2?
So a total of 6.
Okay. So
Leaving the 2 left for bank.
sounds good for a bank. Okay. So we have lots to do and we have lots of stuff. Jason's, by the way, to the rest of the internet, Jason's probably not playing the game right, but we don't care at this point. We're having fun. So
Dude, a van that turns into a helicopter. I think at this point, it's okay.
So funny. So we have some investigation to do on our mysterious eggs and how in heck does a individual country exist within the city?
Easy.
As a restaurant, like
Or
it's not like a consulate. It's a restaurant that
Yes.
has this.
A constant restaurant.
Darn, they're excellent Pennsylvania cuisine.
Well, if you really read the rules of the way a consulate works, yeah, I mean it's literally that square inch is actually that country. That land belongs to that country in a technical sense.
Mm-hmm.
So when you walk on that piece of property, you are in Russia. So they can punish you by their rules.
And if you want, you can basically have somebody show up with a cute little thing and say diplomatic immunity.
Exactly.
You know.
This is one of the reasons why you got kicked off, right? So that's kind of the issue, is you guys got kicked off. So we need to do some research.
Yes.
This is academics time, boys and girls. Academics. Now, because the system's kind of describe what you guys discover, I do have an idea of what everything's going to be, but we will go with it as we go with it. Okay. So let's start off. Who would like to start? I will let you choose who wants to start on doing research on the Latin shit.
There's only one person who can start with the whole Latin stuff, and that has to be our conspiracy expert.
Okay. Well, yeah, I've got like a bunch of dice to roll, but if we're all going to do it, we might want to do it in a different order. But I'm certainly happy with going first.
No, it's okay, man. I'm not gonna dictate nothing.
Okay.
Just saying it's fun.
Alrighty,
So,
let's assemble a pool. So yeah, this is I'm going to start off by translating the Latin, and then dig in deeper for the connections implied. So starting off with my academics of 5, I think that both food conspiracies and investigator are going to apply here.
choose one or the other. One.
Oh, really?
I
Okay.
I think it's one talent if I remember correctly. I think you get to choose one.
Okay.
Whatever one that you think fits the nuance of what's going on.
Okay.
I think it's
Well,
the best.
I'll go with investigator because it is the new one, and very cool.
Or you can give me half a second. I'll figure out how talents work. Hang on.
Maybe I used a talent that was covered by food conspiracy, but whatever.
No,
That's fine. Don't care. It's so good. I think it's slightly different because we can definitely get into food conspiracies as a little bit more narrow focus as we get in. Hang on.
Yeah, whereas investigator, you can use it to look into anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like you get one extra dice.
All right.
Is where that goes on.
So. And for giggles, I'll use one from our fresh new library pool.
Sounds good. That is a lot of dice, my friend.
Yeah.
We have set, if we have time, again, Inspectors doesn't really care. I think I'm going to go with the original plan. We are now going to set for a goal of 40 franchise dice.
Oh my.
But
Yeah, we
you
are
guys
not going to finish that tonight.
No, but you guys have tons and tons of shit to do. So,
okay.
Roll your dice.
All right.
You're practically guaranteed to get 2 each time now. That's the thing, though. So...
Well, I tried to fail or tried to not get a 6 because everything else is crappy.
It was kind of low, but you did good. You did good. So that is a awesome success. So exactly what are you looking for? Let's go with that. What would you like to know? Exact translation, what's on the menus? Or
I certainly want to start with that and let it guide my investigation.
Okay, so what basically the menus are, and this will kind of get into solving what's on Chris's piece of paper as well. Just be very clear. It says Neo Dodo eggs.
Neo Dodo eggs.
Neo Dodo eggs from Pennsylvania.
Those fiends.
Yes.
The menu includes what would be a good word for it? So it includes poached, scrambled, hard boiled, and then the weird one I want to call, let's call it radiated and steamed.
Irradiated dodo eggs, man. That's a crime against nature.
All served with foie gras on the side. Perhaps dodo foie gras.
Those dang dirty Pennsylvanians in there.
And yes, Chris will have a little scream. None of them come with vegetables. It is all meats.
Dude, it's a crime against nature and their bowels.
Yes. From there I'll look into. I won't make the obvious connection of like some sort of genetic manipulation to produce these dodo eggs. I'll be looking into Pottsville, food-based time travel, because clearly they're going into the past to get these dodo eggs to serve into the present.
I am almost tempted to ask if you want that to be your confessional, because that's the only change what I wanted, but that's awesome.
Okay. Sure.
It doesn't change. Okay. So we now need to confirm this crockpot theory of insanity.
He's our expert when it comes to finding out about the true nature of the universe.
So, as you are doing this, you're going to have. I think it comes to your realization that you will have to find an additional expert to confirm this. This is beyond your skill set.
Okay.
And I think to do that, we're going to work the way this works a little bit in reverse. That we are going to go with, not to put Chris and Lee on the back burner, because that kind of gave everything away, and there isn't really much else to investigate. So what we need to do is kind of restart this whole process again. And we are going to go with, oh, I forgot where it is. There it is. We are going to go into generating our clients again, but the client's different. You are now going to have to find the expert on time travel. So, I'll start off with Leo. Leo, give me
What?
a 3D. Sorry, what?
Oh,
Sorry?
well, should I go ahead and do the confessional? Because
Yes, you can
Okay.
do the confessional for sure. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's kind of
So, when I began the investigation, I was assuming it was merely a connection to the Gastro Illuminati. They are they have their tentacles in everything. They share a directorate with the owner of the Five Seasonings. But when I came across the dodo, I knew that this was something deeper, something farther, and for a moment I despaired that I did not know the right person to talk to. But luckily, my co-investigator in this, Glenn Henry, has been, due to his extensive past powered by veganomics, has come to know everyone in the biz. So I'm gonna add the talent. Let's call it. Uh, I don't know, like long vegan history or no.
veggie historian.
Sure.
So how is this going to separate from Veganomics?
Point
Okay.
taken.
Well, this is more okay. So this is based off of having been around for
Forever.
many more decades than you know than most food inspectors.
About
Are
around
you a guy?
like the old dog or something like that, or like a town like
The OG, the old guard.
yeah, the old guard, or like
Old school.
yeah, old school or something, like something to deal with history, so I can like tie it into like history, not just veganism. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I'll pull that guy like back, so because he could, otherwise he's not gonna be able to tie in time travel.
How about
I-
ancient food studies?
I don't know. It's Brad's thing. I'm sorry.
No, I like that. Ancient food studies is pretty good.
Yeah, it's one to beat. But,
I mean, I do want to like connect it specifically to like more of a contact thing than an academics thing.
I knew a guy there once, basically.
That's actually not bad. I knew a guy there once.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad. That's actually of course my perception of aspects are terrible, since apparently Jason can't make one for fate right. But I do kind of like that one. That's not too bad.
Okay, then I will put that down, and that'll be the one to beat. I knew a guy there once. Yes.
I do like that. So with that being said, maybe we'll start off with Chris. this idea that now you know that you need to find somebody, and we're going to randomly generate who that person is, and you get to go find them instead of the other way around. So we're going to kind of reverse. We're going to kind of reverse the client's thing, and we will see how far we can get to breaking food inspectors tonight. So, give me a 3d6, Chris.
Oh, actually, let's call it, say, back in the day, I knew a guy who ...
Okay, sure.
Because Brad is better at making
I don't know if
aspects
it's
than me.
necessarily better, but I liked it a little bit more.
That's a little bit better, yes.
You ...
So give me a 3d6, Chris, because that's what we're going to work on. Now, it's not any of your talents or anything. It's just 3d6 randomly.
Okay, fair enough.
What are you linking, Leo? Am I scared?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
wiki,
doing okay,
so
but I only
Wikipedia,
get a
so
partial
it's
flashback
probably
right up
not
to the guy's face.
Ooh.
horrific. Unlike that fart video I linked, I listened to like
Ooh.
5 seconds of it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna post this, but
That is actually really cool, Leo. That's very cool. Maybe a little much. So 11?
Yeah, it'd be 11.
11. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Just so we don't leave, roll one more 3d6 and we'll let Leo roll twice to go find where they are.
12.
So the guy you know who might know a thing or two about this crazy theory that Ego is now like going off on a fucking kilter on is a very thoughtful government official. That random roll could not have gone better. Leo, give me a 3d6.
All right. $15.
15, and give me one more.
9.
9.
and I like how the original roll was 363, and then this one was 636.
Can you roll that 3d6 one more time for me?
Sure.
Oh, there.
12.
12. Okay. So, the guy you know hangs out at a casino. A casino that Leo has been to before because they were serving fraudulent meat.
Oh, no.
Now, we will do. Now, it's a little bit hard to get to this place, so I think we can go through our standard. I think I messed everything up. That's okay. We can go through our standard steps in play. Okay. So I think we can do our standard investigations to get some dice out of this. So, casino, fraudulent food, thoughtful government officials, where we're at for our random shit. So, investigation. Let's start off with investigation and prep, Leo. Is there anything else you would like to help on investigation on this idea of weird universes? And to get to casino, or let's say it's a really exclusive casino and there's only members can get in, let's say. If you want to go, we could go that route. So either helping Brad really firm up this idea of time travel, or ways to get into this casino to talk to this government official to confirm it. Either way, going to solving the issue, if that makes sense. My brain's going to fudge. I apologize.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely, and I'm gonna use my contacts that I just upped.
Yes.
And because we haven't used it this game, and I want to use it before the end of the game, I'm gonna use the bank.
Yay!
So I'm gonna roll. So do I roll that separate?
Yes. Roll the bank separate.
All right. So let me go ahead and roll for my. I don't think I have anything to link into that as far as skills is. Easily angered or volatile. I'm always that person with my contacts. I just threaten them all the time. Like, shh. I think my contacts. I'm like, listen, they either I know dirty secrets about them, or I just like muscle them. I'm like, yes, that's a good boy.
That's
Mommy
a good
wants you
boy.
good. Yeah, like I just treat them like crap. So I think I'll add that. So that's 46.
No, it doesn't. I think you. Yeah, you roll it separately, and then you get. Hang on. Okay. Yeah.
And I
Hey,
just roll D6.
we've got some consequences going on.
And roll a d6.
5 for the bank.
Ooh, good. So you can take that 5,
Uh,
and it returns back to the bank, so you don't actually spend it.
Nice.
Nice. This is where the bank is kind of cool because there is possibility that will increase as well, right?
Yeah.
So a 5 is a success.
And I get a franchise dice.
You do indeed get a franchise dice out of that, and there's very little consequences to what you did.
Ah, nice.
Very nice. So how would you like to describe what you have done with this contact?
Okay,
And
so
this is the contact to get into the casino?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like I'm rolling up to this guy's house. Like this guy's like one of those pencil pushers, like an accountant, and he
Yes.
goes to all these VIP places, and he's kind of like a pushover.
Yes.
And he's about ready to take out this cute girl to dinner, and I walk up wearing this gorgeous dress, knockout, and I reach up and like just push her to the side and like hook up into his arm like, "Hey, sweetie, miss me?" And he's like, and I'm like, "You promised to take me out, didn't you, honey?" And he's like, "Leave me alone. What are you doing?" The other woman's like staring at me like, "Oh, it's this woman." It's like, "Give me tickets to this casino, and I will pretend that I don't know you." And he's like, "Yes, I'll give it to you." I don't know how. And I'm like, "Oh, who are you? I thought you were my husband." "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am." And he looks a lot like my husband. And I just walk away, sashaying away.
That's awesome. I love it so much.
And he will be a reoccurring character. His name is Knowlton Nebish.
Knowlton Nebish. Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. I love it so much. It's so good. Oh, why? Sorry. For one reason, it doesn't want to reveal areas there. It did not want to reveal that. God, you gotta. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be capturing. Yeah, never mind. So we will. So that is still there. Chris.
Yes.
How would you like to assist on the beginnings of our new endeavor? So we have our time travel theory. We know a guy. Leo's getting possibly tickets to get in. How else would you like to go and help talk to this old government official that you might know?
There's only one way.
From who knows how many years ago?
I'm going to assume it's the 70s because it seems like everything I know seems to come from the 70s.
Of course it does.
Okay. Let me think. Now that you've shown me this, we were at a fondue party.
So you knew him from a
Okay.
fondue party, okay?
I knew him from a fondue party.
All the rage in the 70s.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking here. He was a 3-pack-a-day smoker
Oh.
back in the day because all bureaucrats were like that back then. I, of course, never touched the stuff because that was just unhealthy because, Veganomics.
You are totally woke, yes.
Okay. And he was basically a bureaucrat in the Trudeau government. And he was basically a low-level inspector of imported, exported from Pennsylvania cheeses.
Okay, so make your I guess contacts roll, because I'll let you call him up then. Or find out what he's up to now.
I will use my contacts roll because I think it'd be the interesting there.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and I will add my new I knew a guy once to
Yes,
add
please.
thing because so that would be 5 dice just because.
Or at the very least, kind of go with the idea you will find out when he's supposed to be at the casino.
Okay, then
Ooh,
I will try to work
6.
there.
Very nice. We will take that 6 then. So that is an excellent result. So what day do you think would be a good day for you to get in to encounter him? Because a good success is kind of like you get to describe it, but it's kind of weird. So what day and what kind of game do you think this guy plays that you might be able to find him at the table, let's say James Bond style?
He was an avid pachinko player. back in the
Ooh, now there's an interesting one.
He used to plunk it down. He was known as Plunky by some less than.
Hang on. So rather than calling him just Plunky, Plunky is your nickname for him. What is our government official's real name?
Preston
Plunkett?
Reginald Campbell.
Oh, okay.
Preston Campbell II. So, a name of one of our former prime ministers and the name of the guy who really wanted to become prime minister but couldn't. Awesome.
Yep.
Good job. Good job.
I do.
Preston Campbell III. Love it. So, that is another 2 for your bank. We're not going to get to 40, but I don't care anymore. It's fine.
I think as far as timing, like Friday evening, right, like 40 minutes into the dinner rush, because the one security weakness of all casinos is the buffet.
Those.
Yes.
It's all you can eat shrimp night at the buffet.
It is. So.
And if you run out, people get angry.
Mito.
Don't want to see a shrimp mob. We all remember what happened back in 1983.
Hang on, that's a different storyline. We'll get to that another day. Mito comes back with the tickets. So, Mito, would you like to tell them about the tickets? You got the tickets? Got the tickets.
Yeah, I got tickets.
There's something special about the tickets you notice that's printed on them once you take a look at them.
Okay.
Formal wear only.
I don't have any problem with that. I got formal wear for days.
I think
I need to call someone to get formal wear for everybody.
Oh,
I think that's good.
We're definitely in our suit up process. Our suit up process now is not putting rotor blades on something.
Listen, we're still going to show up in our helicopter van, but we're going to be in tuxedos.
We will get to the poor valet in a little bit. So,
well, if it's in Vegas, I'm assuming we're going to fly by jet or whatever.
Yeah,
is it in Vegas or is it in is it a casino in Canada?
Everything is in Canada town.
Okay.
Stratford.
Or it is in Vegas, but we can make it there in a jet. Or it's in
Vegas.
All right,
it's
so
the little Canadian parody of Vegas.
Yeah, the little Vegas neighborhood of Canada town.
It's called Niagara Falls.
Right, so I'm going to do the legwork. I'm gonna get the tuxedo rentals. I know the size of Roulette and Glenn.
Ule! Ule!
Yeah. Like, Roulette,
Ready
listen,
to keep up this
I'm
accent.
gonna call you Roulette. I don't care what you do. I got your size. It's all good. So I'm gonna get their sizes, and I'm gonna get a limousine and everything all set up. So contacts.
Pick one of those things to do, so everybody else has something else for gearing
Oh,
up.
okay, sorry.
So what would you like to do? Would you like to get the tuxes?
Yeah, I would like
or
to get
the
the
limo.
clothes. I'm gonna dress my boys up. They gotta look good. If they're gonna be with me,
Okay.
they gotta look good, man.
You are in charge of husbandry. I'm glad a fight between you and Ule didn't break up because there is no rules for PvP. So
That's for the next episode.
I'm not making rules for PvP in this system. Weird.
But this time I'm gonna be nice. So I'm going to use the bank again because I'm a little living dangerously.
I love this idea that we're going to a casino and now we're gambling. That's okay.
That's right. So, because I'm gonna use the money.
Sounds good.
Got
Oh.
3 from that, so let me
Okay.
roll d6. And a
Oh.
5 from the bank. Look at
Woo!
that.
Bank saves us again.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yay!
That bank is really working for you there, buddy. Love
Yeah,
it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
to get my success.
Oh yes, and franchise dice too. Yes, very
Franchise
nice.
dice, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That
So,
bank loves me.
Thanks, big
what
bank.
kind of classic black and white tuxes, or something a little bit different?
Okay, so Brad's character, I'm gonna get the classic penguin flap
The
tuxedo.
tails. Yeah.
Yeah, the tails. He's gonna all nice crushed black velvet, and beautiful, and just like gonna look great. And then I'm gonna go with the classic like zoot suit for my buddy Glenn over there. Nice zoot suit hat, like
Nice.
like a. What's your favorite? What would Glenn's favorite color be?
Good question.
I know what it is,
a
but
touch of banana yellow.
Oh no.
of yellow. It's a yellow zoot suit. So he kind of looks like Mask. He's got the yellow zoot suit.
oh my
Got
god!
the cheek. And he's like, shh.
Surprisingly, he can pull it off.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
Jay,
wear-
our plan is to just blend in.
I'm gonna wear my Jessica Rabbit red dress with the sparkles on it.
Of course,
Because red, yellow, and black. So I'm gonna.
it's nice. That's nice. We're missing Joe to dress in white, and if we order you the right way, you would literally look like a banana split. That would be amazing.
Well,
Oh God, that's awesome. I love it. So that is beautiful. Okay, so that is part of one part of the phase. With move to Brad, how would you help to gear up? I'm tempted to make your roll to make sure the suit goes on right, but I'm gonna assume that Mita is like no, stand still. I'm fucking dressing you. So-
Okay. Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
I would not dare move under those circumstances.
yeah, she has a bit of a left hook.
I think I want to find. I want to talk to a bunch of my conspiracy friends and
Ooh.
find a some sort of tachyon detection meter, so that I.
Yes. Yes.
I bow to your Brad on that one.
This is amazing
because it is
because
because clearly time travel is involved. So we must be able to detect materials that have been transported in time.
Oh, that you know what is amazing about this, Brad? That I think that's actually one of the examples of the tech from kind of like Inspectres itself and the ghost form. Like because of course it's like Ghostbusters space, so we have now gone full circle, everybody. We're actually using the real book now, whereas in Jason's hack of it. So for that one, I'm definitely going to say yeah. Contacts maybe for that one. I think by using contacts, I will allow it. If you kind of get something really low, maybe a stress dice, maybe
Okay.
we'll see.
Well, I mean, I did mention hitting up my
Yes.
conspiracy theorist friends. Although if it were to fall under technology, trying to figure it out, then
No,
you know,
I think
would
hitting up
try.
your conspiracy friends is definitely actually where the stress dice is coming for me because that's going to trigger so many things in your character.
Okay.
But we'll see how well your roll does, I think.
Okay. So can I investigate to find?
Yes, you can
said-
investigate. You can investigate the food web for conspiracies about tachyons, or more appropriately, food tachyons.
Food tachyon.
Okay. It's a special kind.
Food tachyon. It's only for food that travels backwards and forward through time.
Which is surprisingly common. It's more common.
It's oddly common on.
Who knew?
It's oddly common on usenet.com/food conspiracies. So please make your roll.
Okay. And I guess I will spread a little bit of credit around to help with my search and to buy the darn thing. So I'll yeah.
Spend 1 point.
Uh,
I keep on forgetting. You can spend more than one.
yeah, I'm gonna spend 2.
Two. Ooh. Definitely, if we ever play this again, I think higher limits for the franchise, so you're more willing to spend from it might be. But spend 2 for now. Sounds good.
Okay. So 2 in contacts and talent is that's 5.
So he's buying tachyon particles. Wait, Brad, are we turning our food truck into a time space machine? Yes.
No,
Well,
A helicopter time space truck. Yes.
we have to start with the detector first.
yeah.
So
Right
you
now, I'm
need
just
detector.
looking for a way to find things that have been transported in time rather than transporting us in time.
But I'm looking
we'll
forward to
get
watching
there,
this
maybe.
TV show, man. This thing is awesome.
5.
Ooh, that's a good success. And a franchise dice. Awesome.
And a bunch of 1s and 2s.
Yeah, we're getting close, but So, how would you like to describe how you found your tachyon detector on canadiantrade.com.ca, also known as CBay?
So,
Sorry.
So I'll be calling around and be all, Pierre, this is Edouard. I know you have what I am looking for because you of all of us in the trade have had the closest association with the food time travel. I know that you wish to keep this hush hush, so as to prevent the men in yellow from coming to get you. But this is an emergency.
Oh, mais oui. I'll send it to you post haste for Canada Post. They guarantee 24-hour delivery. Anyways, my search for my poutine and time has failed. I do not know where it went, but I will find it sometime in the future. So
You just gave us the title of the thing, Poutine in
Poutine
Time.
time.
no, we're not doing it poutine in time yet. That's the next time around.
Okay, okay, fair.
Next episode is poutine in time, and whatever hell Chris said before. So my brain is starting to implode as the night goes closer to the end. So, Christ almighty.
Reality
So,
happens to other people.
Your
gentlemen.
tachyon detector will be here post haste, like basically instantaneously, because who cares about time tracking? So, it's like going for Canada Post. It's constantly beeping, beep, 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 as it goes for packages that get lost through wormholes and never reach their owners.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I think that since and possibly since Pierre is involved in food time travel, rather than like sending it, he says I'll send it right away. And as soon as I hang up, there's a buzzer at the doorbell. The doorbell buzzes, and the package for you.
20-hour delivery.
Yeah, and like the date stamp on the package is from like 3 days ago.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Chris,
Yes.
did we do you yet for prepping to go? I don't think so.
No. Okay. Okay. Seeing as I've
So-
lived for a long and storied time.
So suiting up phase. What would you do for suiting up equipment and requirements to go to a casino? I'll give you a clue. Casinos are places where you go gamble.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I'm thinking. You see me put on my white gloves
Mm-hmm.
because I am definitely going to make sure I don't leave a mark
Mm-hmm.
as far as that's concerned.
By the way,
Yes.
one of Brad's conspiracy theory guys better not see you because Brad mentioned something about the men in yellow coming for
I
them.
did. I did that on purpose.
Well, it's funny you should mention that. I know a guy back there.
You are now the man in yellow.
Yes, I am the man in level.
Please
Not
do
to be
not
confused with the king in yellow, because honestly, I'm not that old. Contrary to
Different
popular
game.
belief.
Different game.
Yes.
Although the king of yellow, master of all bananas. No, we will move on from that. Okay. So, how are you prepping?
Well, I'm going to have to prep. Seeing as my role model, among other things, is essentially a cross between a hippie and essentially James Bond at this point, I will get my state-of-the-art gear of the 70s ready to go.
Which is for casino.
Well,
Other than-
ultimately,
Other than your yellow suit, what are you bringing?
okay. I will bring a lighter that looks like an amusing object that is PG rated. Let's see.
A lighter? Something like you can just flip, like a Zippo, or
Yeah, Zippo, for sure.
What is the lighter for? Just for dress, or?
Well, mostly it's just so I can offer a light to other people at parties. It helps break the ice.
Oh, now I have a question for you.
What?
Along with that lighter,
Yes.
would you like to carry, let's say, totally organic and safe, not cigarettes, but let's say
Wow. They're chocolate flavored.
chocolate thing? Sure. I do love the fact that the veggie guy is going around, hey, would you like some cancer? Would you like some cancer? Would you like some cancer? I'm going to live longer than you. Here you go.
I don't smoke. It's not. That's an unhealthy habit. But who am I to ruin the enjoyment of others that I will outlive?
Oh,
Oh,
my
well.
God, you are turning such a vicious cycle. Okay, make your
Okay.
Is that a tech roll, I guess?
Yeah,
Tech roll.
because I got to be careful here. Like, let's see. I got to have stuff that's technically legal, but kind of ominous.
Okay, so tech roll.
Um,
for
I
your-
want a walking cane. Even though I technically don't need it. I'm probably the best shape of everybody here.
Okay, so I have a question to you then.
Yes.
Walking cane with detachable lighter.
Yes.
Okay, this is what you're rolling.
Are you
You're
sure
rolling
that you don't want a lighter that actually works as a one-shot pistol? Just because it's very James Bond. But
That is a really good point. Thinking.
Walking cane. That is
Yes.
also a walking
But
cane. That is also a
because
gun.
Of
So you have a
Canadians,
choice. You have a
Canadian
choice.
arms, because of Canadian arms limitations,
Okay.
it has to be a water pistol.
No. We don't care about that. It's fine.
Okay, fine.
a lighter that's a water pistol. I kind of like that though.
No, because then the question becomes what he loads into it, and I don't want to go down that road.
I'll keep it within a PG rating.
Bullets will be less dangerous. So, are you going with a lighter that is a gun, or a walking cane that's a gun?
A lighter that's a gun, because that is more my idiom. Because
Lighter,
it'll kill you.
lighter gun for Chris. Okay. So,
And a belt buckle, a belt that actually can hold my own weight if I ever have to use it as a temporary rope.
one roll, please.
Sure.
Roll for your lighter gun to start off with.
What am I rolling against?
That is your tech.
Okay, I'm glad I really improved my technology.
Mm-hmm.
And I know again. No. I can't justify any.
You can spend from the credit for this if you wish. I'll even let you spend from library for this, since you can research how to make a James Bond lighter.
I will do 46 just because I think it'll be funny.
Okay.
I did okay.
4 or 5. 5's good. 5's good. Nothing wrong with a 5. 5 is good. So, are we okay with your description of it? Is there anything special? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to make a squirt gun?
I do, but I think it would go down a really dark path if I do.
Squirt gun? Lighter squirt gun?
I will have 2 lighters. One that is actually a gun, the other that is a water gun. Just 'cause
Lighter gun and lighter squirt gun. Fine.
And I'll load it with ordinary water because I don't think I need anything else.
Thank you. I was like, I don't know. Food inspectors is so much shit you could load in there. What do you put in there? I don't put bullets. Yeah, I don't put bullets in there. I put ghost pepper sauce in there.
Yeah.
Like, please shoot me with bullets. Please shoot me with bullets. It's less painful.
I know my chemical. Besides. Oh god, that's right. I'm a peppers expert. I remember that from the last episode. Oh my god.
So, we are now geared up. We will move on to casino so we don't run too far over time.
Well,
Okay. Whoops. Sorry.
I don't know. It's like what 8:37, almost 8:40.
Yeah.
There.
I got some friends coming over soon.
Okay, so we want to call it quit here today, and
Yeah.
so my proposal is we can finish this off next week. If you guys don't want to, that's fine. We can play something else. I don't care. We can put it on hold for another day. We need it. I think we know where we're at. We're on our way to casino. If we wanted this do a denouement right now to talk about what happened, we can.
Oh no. We should keep this a to be continued on the off chance we ever play it again because Joe will probably want in. You know him.
So are you okay doing this as a to be continued, maybe?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
I'm totally okay with playing this game.
Sure. Cool. I will make note of what we're doing. Although, way this game goes, does it matter? Nope. Oh.
Chris, I linked you a picture of a walking king that's also a cigar lighter.
Okay.
Yes, that's because I knew that was the thing. I knew that was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I am stealing that link. Thank you, Leo.
Well, thank you for indulging me, everybody.
Are you kidding? I love our games when it comes to this thing.
Yeah.
It always goes off in such a bizarre direction to the point
I worry about inspectors and food inspectors because the rules should not be any different. I always look at the rules and I kind of go, I don't know if this is going to work or if I'm going to. No, we spent a lot of time doing almost nothing. That's great. It's beautiful. I love it.
all groundwork. Plus, we now have. Oh, sorry. Go on, Brad.
I was just gonna say that we totally could have fucked around much more.
Yes, we could have.
God, yes.
I do like this.
So I'm sorry. What were you saying, Chris?
Oh no, I was just saying how honestly, the more we play this game, the more it becomes essentially a surreal version of an 80s TV show.
Yeah, I think legit, once we're kind of done with this and we want to try something else, I might just write this up like as kind of like a mini world book almost. This has gone down some really weird shit. The world has gone shit, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, we don't exactly have a firm grasp on reality, which is why we're so bloody entertaining.
Yeah, so to let you know where the dodo eggs went, I went to this roller and I just basically Googled random bird eggs and dodo eggs was the first thing that came up. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, super dodos. Awesome. Neo dodos. Awesome. And then you guys just fucking fill in the rest, which is great. I love it. We now have a new country called Pottsville.
Sure, we'll call it Pottsville because we don't want to
Pennsylvania.
be incorporated.
Pottsylvania.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a classic place.
So, I guess we'll start off with Chris as usual. Or am I stepping on anybody's toes?
No.
Nope. Good. We're good.
On my toes. No, go ahead.
On your toes. I'm sorry, Brad. I'm so sorry. I'm taking your dicks.
I need to have him do a major announcement. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll be awesome. But anyway, so
okay.
no, I'm just existing my own little world. Okay, as you know, I have written many books. We're actually working on finally getting some of this other stuff we have here, but in the meantime, we have a book on dinosaurs based on the Forgotten Realms, the Finer Stone trilogy. We have Minotaurs, Scottish Minotaurs in the Forgotten Realms. We have the 3rd edition version of Dark Revelations, the role-playing game. We also just finished watching Star Wars, and of course, just like everybody else, we have opinions on that, no matter how weird and bizarre. Breath of Podsanity. And I think the rest can wait. Our producer... Yeah, the rest can wait till another time, unless you want me to throw yet more links at you guys. And we're working on a website to try to combine the two. So
and Chris,
one link to rule them all.
Yeah, me and Chris will get that done soon. In fact, we should talk about that, if not tomorrow, this coming weekend, Chris, and really just bite the bullet.
Yeah,
and
we
talk
can
about getting a real website, a good website.
Yep. But some places where we rant and annoy people because that's what.
As for me, I'll just post this. GM's Guild, Strange Monsters from History for 5th edition is still out there. D-Rev 5th edition is coming along. You will see it on this stream next year.
The following year, in about.
Next year, absolutely guaranteed, at some point in the near future. We will do at least character building, some test rules, see if my 5th edition hack falls to pieces or not, and watch Jason either go hooray or have a mental breakdown online. Hit that like button for mental breakdowns. So we'll move to Leo next.
Thank you always. You can find me on Twitter. Best place to get a hold of me at wizarddarna.com. At wizarddarna. I usually play my games next Sunday as our next game, where we're going to continue on some little sneaky stuff, some spies that they have to kill. So come enjoy if you want to watch them kill some spies. And I'm usually here on Sunday with these guys playing some various numbers games. Always a pleasure playing with you guys. Thank you very much for that.
Pleasure's all ours, Leo.
Thank you, Leo.
And I can't wait till we go back in time to see Chris's like younger self, like little kid self, and be like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Gosh darn it all! Goodness,
we're gonna cause a temporal loop. I'll meet my younger self. I'm like, or we walk by and it's like, Dr. Livingston, I presume, right? That part of that.
Well, we got to answer the only way you can. Sup?
Anyways, as always, catch me here Sundays with Brad, who's got some stuff too that he wants to share.
Sure. Well, you can find me here live at twitch.tv or slash rpglory or at mixer.com slash rpglory for extensive archives. You can go to youtube.com/c slash rpglory, and if you want to yell at me on Twitter, that's rpglory DOTCOM. I'm working on a role-playing game called the Eschaton, which is a transhumanist science fiction RPG that is powered by the apocalypse, and in which all of the players have their own organization that they're like the most prominent member of. And in terms of when I'll be back, I think that the Wednesday game is going to be, I'm not certain of this, but I think it's going to be going on hiatus probably throughout January. We'll see. But I'll almost certainly be back on Saturday at noon for Hacking Infinity. We're going to be doing some more Mortally Bankrupt. And we'll be back here next Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific for something kooky. It could
perhaps food inspectors.
It could be food
Everybody's willing
inspectors.
to go that way. Yeah, not a problem. You guys just lead the story, and away we go.
Okay.
I'll run that online. Plus, we got a couple other things coming up here, and again, we got a whole bunch of ideas for 2018 to make it mightily entertaining. Let us know what you guys want to see specifically, and we'll just push our way through it. You probably have a good idea what our games are now, and hopefully we'll be mildly entertaining in the process.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jason, thank you so much for running, and everybody, thanks for hanging out.
That was fun.
That was surreal.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.